Hi.
Thanks for coming to Diane Potter Yoga. Diane Potter. Today I want to dance you flow. I'd like for you guys to have 2 blocks, 2 tennis balls, one on each side of the mat. You can start right away in child's pose. Oh yes, and if you could like and subscribe, that will help out the algorithm. Thanks. So sit back, reach forward. Deep breaths. Walk your hands forward. Press your fingertips down. Walk your hands out to the left. Place your right hand on your left hand. Rest your head on your knee. Deep breaths. Just landing. Feel your entire body being supported by the universe. As you open gradually the side stretch. And then walk forward. Walk all the way to your right. Left hand comes on top of your right. Breathing down the side of your left body. Keep breathing nice and deep and long. And then walk forward. Look at your hand, maybe chin up. Maybe stretch out through your shoulders. And then pull your forehead down, tuck your chin into your chest. Press your fingertips and let the stretch go all the way to your tailbone. Breathe. And chin up, look up. Take your hand off. Let's thread the needle. Get a nice shoulder stretch. Breathe. Let's release that. Left hand comes up. Thread the needle. Look over your left cheek on the earth. You close your eyes. Just roll up to cat-cow, through cat, into cow, chin up, head up, hips up, breathe in. You could shift back and forth over your wrists, starting to warm the wrists up. Maybe make some circles with your hips all the way back. Circles around, moving. Your rib cage through the right, center around the left. Dancing lion. When your hips meet your ankles, go the other way. Keep breathing. Hips up, start to ripple through. Tucking your chin into your chest, reaching your hips forward. Keep your hips tucked under as you go forward all the way to a cobra pose. Press your hands into the earth and lift your heart. You can start to walk your hands outside of the mat for seal pose. And walk your hands outside the mat, tend to your fingertips. Press your chest through your heart, through your chest, and then left. Right shoulder meets the ground, right cheek meets the ground. Inhale, look up, hips down, heart up, heart through, shoulders pressing down your back. Breathe. Left shoulder to the ground, left cheek to the ground. Breathe. Bring your hands forward. Lift your hands up. Let me need back bend here. Rest the hand on the cheeks.
Forehead on the ground. Lift your feet up.
Now lift your chin up. Lift your hands and your feet away from each other. Breathe in. Hands press against the floor. Lift into a little bit of a higher cobra. Press your chest through. And then lift your hips up, head back. Reaching back and through cow to your heels. Chin comes to your chest. Hips tuck under. And you roll your spine through each vertebra all the way to the top. To your hips touch the floor in your open cobra. Breathe. Hips reaching up, head reaching back, core is engaged as you reach hips all the way to your heels. Hips touch your heels, head comes to the floor for child's pose again. Breathe. Tuck your chin into your chest, tuck your tailbone, and then ripple through each vertebra. Hips release to the ground, shoulders reach down your back, heart lifts. Breathe. And then hips reach back. Let's come neutral to table. Let's go over your left shoulder. Bring your left hip to the left. And then the right shoulder, right hip to the right. Just looking over your left shoulder, right shoulder. Make some circles with your tailbone. Another way. Let's come to the toes. Floating table. You can reach your hand, come forward of your wrists. Feels comfortable. Press into your arms, press into your fingers, shoulders over. Run through your spine when you press into your knuckles. And let's go back and forth a little bit in floating table. And all the way to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Let's take your knees together. Bend your knees all the way. Right hip comes down. Go the opposite way, bend your knees to the right, left hip comes down, and go on up. Bend those knees all the way to the left as the right hip comes down. Let's face the legs and take a twist looking over your right shoulder. Cores engaged, hearts lifted. Shoulders are rolling down your back. You can look over your right shoulder. Let's release that to your downward dog again. Get to do the opposite side. So bend your knees. Keep bending your knees. Keep dropping your hips. Drop the hips all the way to the floor. Take your right shoulder side your knee, twist again away from your legs. Keep your spine nice and straight. Breathe. the opposite way. Let's roll on. Roll all the way to a kneeling pose. Find your center. Bring your hands to your heart. Think about set an intention for the class. And let it go. You can take your right hand to the right. With your left ear towards your left shoulder. You can take your left hand over your head. Breathe. Take your right hand right behind your back. Reach your hands both behind you. Clasp your hands. Heart lifts. Chin lifts up to the ceiling. And fold over, reaching your arms over your head. Your head can come to your knees, over in front of your knees.
So you can bring your arms out to the right, out to the left, straight up. And then bring your hands back to your feet. Roll up again. Hands to your knees. Just cat-cow this way. Chest to lift your heart.
And opposite side, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe into what's pulling in your left side neck. You can take your right hand on your, lightly just rest it on your head. You can take your left hand right behind your back. And release. Let's bring our hands
Around, clasp your hands and release your hands. Palms are facing forward. Reach chin to your chest. And reach over to the right. You can let your hips lean to the left. You can let your hips fall and ground to the left. And then reach through the center again. Breathing, shapes to the right. Let your hips reach over to the right. To the center. Let your hips go to the left as you reach to the right.
Put your hand down. Reach your left arm over your head. If you can, reach your left hand back behind you. If not, stay here. Let's release the neck, looking up and down. Breathe. Switch around, and then the hips drop to the right of the foot. Right arm comes up in the air. Right arm goes over. Warming up the side body. Take a hug the ball behind you to the side. Bring the right arm back. Reach the right arm behind your head. Reach forward, reach all the way around. Hugging, like let's imagine you're hugging a big beach ball all the way around the side. Reach over your head, left arm, twisting the ball in your hands. Lifting the heart. And then rotate around, coming into your table. Let's float the table again to just resting on the tops of your feet. Maybe shift your weight back and forth. Let's roll over the feet to our downward facing dog. So you can find stillness in this down dog. If you need to pedal your feet, go ahead by all means. Your right foot behind you, interlace the webbing of the big toe, little and second toe, and pull the heel towards the ground. If you want to step forward with your hands a little bit, go ahead, reach forward, press into your finger pads. Pull your arms towards each other, lift your hips up. And switch feet. Right foot grounds if you can. If it's flying up, that's okay. You're going to help pull it down between your toe and the second toe. You just pull that Achilles down, lift, breathe. And release right leg to the sky. Right leg to your nose. Right leg reaches up. Right leg to your right shoulder. Knee to your shoulder. Right leg reaches up. Right knee to your nose. Right knee reaches up. Right knee to your left arm. Right knee reaches. Right knee to your right shoulder. Pause. Put the right foot outside. Bring the left knee down. Heart lifts. Breathe. If you're not ready to come, you can always, it's perfectly fine to start down here first. Actually, it might feel really good to you to start down here first. Just breathe. Let's frame the right foot. Let's bend and straighten the knee a little bit. Warming up back of your leg. Now this time we're going to take the side of the side of the foot to the ground, and we just fold over. See how that changes the stretch to run it up your right side of your leg. Breathe. And come your head up. Let's just take that right leg all the way back, straight back. Right leg is kicking back. Right leg goes right behind the left leg and reach both hips towards, if you can, doesn't matter where you can fold, just fall wherever you land. Maybe gradually your hips are reaching towards the floor. 5 breaths. Come forward, that table, and reach the right leg to meet the left, to a downward facing dog. And left leg reaches up. And left knee touches the left shoulder, breathe. Exhale, inhale, leave that. Left knee comes to the nose or forehead. Press the ground away with your hands, breathe. Left knee comes to your right shoulder. And left knee goes back. And left knee to your left shoulder. And left knee to your forehead. Left knee to your right shoulder. And left knee behind, straight back. Left knee comes to your left shoulder. Place the left foot outside the left hand. You can rock a little bit back and forth on your right leg, right foot. You can just drop that knee and stay in a low lunge. You can stay low. I think it feels better the first round. Breathing into that hip flexor. And reach your hips back. Outer edge of the left foot stays grounded. Fold over the legs, reach your arms forward. Release, bend the left leg. Send the left leg straight back. Send the left knee right behind the right knee and reach your hips back. Back. Untangle your legs. Right leg reaches forward. Come into a lunge. Arms up. Let's take the ball out to the right side. Reach all the way around, holding the ball. Left hand comes to left leg and reach right on back. Reach all the way around. Ball. Straighten the left leg, right leg. Fold over the right leg. Then the right knee. Bring up, right arm up. Come into a twist. Hold the ball. Reach the left arm over your head as you reach your right arm back. Again here. And then frame the left foot, bring the left knee up. Right, yeah, left knee comes up. And squeeze your glutes. Try to release the hamstring though, so it just bends, and then let it go. Reach back to a downward facing dog. One leg up, the right leg comes up. And place it where your left foot is. Left leg comes to the sky. Swing your left leg forward, front chest, your hands. Inhale, bring your arms up. Heart lifts. Twist and open, twist. Take the heart, take the ball, hug the ball. Reach the left hand back, right arm up. Squeeze your butt, breathe, hips forward. Heart is lifting. And then fold over the left leg. Hanumanasana, half Hanumanasana, left foot comes to the sky. Breathe. Left leg bends. Come up again. Heart lifts. Go over to the right. Make a ball. Take the ball forward. All the way around. All the way behind you. Breathe and roll around. Left, frame the left foot. Fold over the left leg. Left leg goes to half. All the way to the three-legged down dog. Left foot meets the right foot, right leg reaches the sky. Send the right leg through. Warrior two. Come into a Skandasana. If your foot does not flat on the heel, this is where you would take a tennis ball under your right foot. That will help you to open your heart and lift your shoulders back down your spine. If it's right underneath the heel, if it's a little too high, it could get a little dicey. It's really hard to start to open the inner thigh here. Bring hands to your heart. frame the right foot. Take the right hand to the sky. Twisted pose. Twisted lunge. Take the right hand in front of the right foot and open the left arm up to a Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Breathe. Make everything long. Soften your jaw, soften your forehead. Breathe. Bend the right leg as the left leg drops. Take reverse warrior. Straighten the right leg, take a reverse triangle. Reach through, keep reaching through. Take a triangle. Arms up. Bend the right leg. Take the circle. Reach the circle forward. Reach the circle to the right. Take a reverse peaceful warrior. And reach all the way around. Peaceful warrior. Frame the right foot. Send the right leg up to the sky. Place the right leg down. Left down. Move the tennis ball to the other side if you like for the left leg to the sky. Core is engaged. Plant your right knee to your chest. Reach your left foot forward. Place it between your hands. Open up into warrior two. Breathe. Bend the right leg as you descend down into a inner thigh opener. Release that, come forward, take the reverse twist, right hand is on the ground, left arm reaches for the twist, breathe. Left hand is going to come forward at the left foot and you're going to open into Ardha Chandrasana. So come lightly on the right hand, press into the left hand, reach forward, the left foot, reach forward with the left hand and come up on an inhale, breathe. Ardha Chandrasana. And the left leg as the right leg reaches back, and then come up into a reverse warrior. Straighten the left knee and take a reverse triangle. And reach through for triangle, keep reaching over your left leg. Bring your head back. Engage to both sides of your waist. Look at your right hand if it doesn't bother your neck. If it bothers your neck, look at the wall in front of you you're facing. Breathe. Take your left hip. Create space. Exhale completely. Bend the left knee. Take that ball in front of you. Hug a beach ball. And then reach around. reach behind you, reach around, take it all the way around as your right leg reaches your right hand. Reach your left arm behind you, breathe. Take the opposite arm for the reverse. Reach around. Frame the left foot. Reach your left leg back, sweeps the sky. So just keep the right leg up in downward facing dog. Notice that this is preparing you for handstand. This is building the muscles that will take you up into handstand. So just alternate legs, bring the right leg to the sky, left leg to the sky. So if we're ever doing handstands and you feel you're ready, you could just go right into this pose and start practicing from here. Just right leg sweeps the sky. Let's walk forward. Both of our feet are walking forward to our hands. Just a heart forward. Fold over your legs. And flat back all the way up. Hands meet at the heart. Look up to the sky. And then take your mountain pose. Find the center. Rock on your feet till you find it. And your right hand straight up. Ground into your left foot. Take your right knee up to your chest. Cross your right ankle. Come down, gazes forward, about 3 or 4 feet on a point. Reaching your hips back into the space behind. Your hands to your heart. Blossom open into a Ardha Chandrasana, half moon to the left side, right leg is reaching back. Take your right leg up. Take sugar cane, hold on to the right foot behind you, kick it away. Long through your neck, eye gaze lifts you up, shoulders reach back. And release. Take that right leg all the way behind you. If this is where you stay, fine. Getting a IT band stretch behind your leg. If you want to take it further, and you can, take it to the ground, see what happens. We just have to go back where we came in. So, couple breaths, take the left hand forward, take the right hand behind you, hold on to the foot and stretch, and reach it away from your body. Heart lifts, heart opens, head reaches back. Gaze is soft on a point. Reach right and back into half moon. Feet meet. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Exhale, let it all go. Let it go. Doesn't matter what happened. Just let it go. Inhale, flat back, come all the way up. Hands to the ceiling. Left knee reaches up. Gaze is soft on a point. Take your figure 4. Reach your hips into the space behind you as you fold over the leg. Core is engaged. Gaze on that point. And it's okay if you need your hands, if you get wobbly. It's okay, it's good. Strength is built in the wobbles. Sometimes you have to wobble to learn where you are. Left hand comes forward. You're going to blossom into twisted Ardha Chandrasana. Let's take right hand forward to Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. Take the left hand and your left foot, kick away from your leg. Release, take the left leg right behind you for the hamstring IT stretch. 3 breaths. Plavasana, look where you came from, Ardha Chandrasana, twisted Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand back, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, open hub. Look to the wall you're facing. If you really want to challenge, look at the ceiling. Bend the right leg, reach the left leg back. Heart opens into peaceful warrior. Breathe. Just take that ball in your hand, reach all the way forward. Reach your arm, hold the ball behind your back, and then straighten the legs. Walk your hand into hammock pose. Fingers are off the mat. Reach your fingers forward. Pull your hips back. Put your right hand right underneath your face. Left hand sweeps the sky. Try to make your hips level and get this twist through your spine. Just for 3 breaths. Now, shift your hips so that you're twisting and lengthening through your inner thigh. So your left hip twist lifts up. Breathe. Take your left hand, thread the needle, hold on to your right ankle. You can walk your right arm around and hold, see if you can grab hold of the outside of your right hand holding the left shin. Breathe. Rest your head. And reach forward again to hammock. Walk your hands under your head. Chin is looking up. Left hand is reaching down. Right arm is reaching up. Look at your right hand. Hips are level. Feeling the stretch through the spine first. 3 breaths. Now shift your hips so that you're stretching your inner left thigh and your right hip is reaching up. Look at your hands, 3 breaths. Slowly take the right hand through. If you need to walk in a few steps or whatever you need. Take your right hand to your left ankle. Left arm reaches through and holds on to your right ankle. You can rest your head on your hand, on your arm. And release. Excellent. Good work. Look your heels in. Heel toe your feet in. Come into Malasana. If your feet aren't on the ground completely and you want to put a tennis ball under each heel, that will help you. If you want to stay in block here, that will really help build strength to hold Malasana for a little bit. It's an important yoga pose, yogi squat. So you could start to really stretch inner thighs from here, like leaning in. Take your right elbow, your left, right elbow onto your the right thigh, inner thigh. Stretch away. And let's go down, let's go the other way, shifting your hips to the right. Right hand can come in front of your right arm, your right leg, and then left elbow towards your left knee, open. Breathe. Let's walk forward. Let's frame the right foot to the ceiling. The right foot comes down to meet the left foot to the ceiling. Right foot to the ceiling. Left foot. But right foot to the ceiling, you're gonna drop your elbows down.
This is dolphin. You can stay here.
Or you can take your left knee towards your chest. Press your forearms down. Press into your fingertips. Press up your feet together, squeeze your inner thighs together, squeeze your ankles together. Look at your fingers. Take your forearm, stand if you want, or just stay in dolphin, wherever you are.
3 breaths, wherever you are. Bring your feet together, knees on the ground, rest in child's pose.
We get to come back where we came in. So, come to a table, lift your downward facing dog.
Right leg reaches the sky. Left leg reaches up.
Drop on your knee, on your forearms, lifting your left leg up. Keep lifting it up. Walk your right leg in a foot. Stay here in dolphin, or take your forearm stance. So you just push into your forearms, using your core. Bring your right knee to your leg and right knee to your chest. And then straighten legs together, push into your hands.
Or you stay in dolphin. Stay in dolphin with your right leg lifted up. 3 breaths. And both knees on the ground. Take your child's pose. And whatever just happened, forgive yourself. Whatever, doesn't matter. As long as you're breathing, you're growing, and you're learning, and you're doing yoga. Just surrender.
This is all about surrender. Accepting what is, reality on reality's terms. Deep breaths. Some heart openers. We are going to do some back bending in camel pose. So hips are forward. Press into your sacrum. Leg, thighs are active. Like your thighs active. Right under your hips, your knees are. Bridging hips forward. Squeeze your butt. If this bothers your knees, you can make your legs wider, squeeze your butt. It's just always squeeze your butt if your knees are shaky or unstable in back bends. Legs can be separated further away, squeeze your butt. Breathe, lift your heart. Make some space through your rib cage. Heart, hands to your heart. Bring your hands to the ceiling. Bring your hands over your head. Keep reaching your hips forward. Squeeze your butt. Reach your hips forward. Lifting through your heart. Breathe. Reach your right hand down to grab your right foot if you're up for it. Or you can leave your hands at your heart. Left hand down to reach your left foot. Hips are coming forward. Belly is engaged. Squeezing your butt. Lifting through your heart. Bring your hands to your heart. 3 breaths. Now bring your hips back towards your heels, keeping your chin lifted, and then tuck your chin. Bring your hips down, sit down on your feet. Think about 3 things you're grateful for. You can keep your feet, keep sitting right on your feet. So this is a nice little massage for your butt, and it's a nice way to close, to get blocks in a T behind you. So that way this, it's gonna, like the bottom of your rib cage, it's gonna be the block, the T, and then the other T goes right under your head. Your arms relax up by the sides. Little 5 breaths here. And you decide, do you want to stay here? Or do you want to go deeper into the release the hip flexors? So feel free to stay. It's a wonderful heart opening pose. But if you want to try to go deeper, you can lie both blocks flat to start. Just keep your heels right into your butt. And it can take some pressure off your knees so your feet aren't outside of your hips. If this works for you, and if it doesn't, you can always go back, put that T, open your heart, or straighten your legs in front of you. Oh, 2 more breaths. See if this is still agreeing with you. Maybe you want to go deeper and you come to your elbows. Remove the blocks. Until you release this, you just rest on your elbows. Bring your knees together. Bring them up. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your head up. Squeeze your ankles in. Release your head. Place your feet outside of your hips. And maybe walk them closer to the edges and drop your knees together for constructive rest pose. We can roll through some bridges. So your feet about hip width apart. Squeeze your butt as you lift it up, lifting it up and rolling through each vertebra as you lift. If you want to hold on to your waist with your fingers, your side body, feel maybe a stretch through the lower back with your hands. Squeeze your butt. Your chin should not be tucked into your chest. It should be nice and long, your neck. Good look at the ceiling, soft gaze. Or close your eyes. Deep breaths. Releasing and letting go. And then just roll down one vertebra at a time. Let's flop the knees out to the left. Let's take the left foot over the right knee and get a nice long stretch for the obliques and the outer hamstring, hip flexors, hamstrings, quadriceps. I knew I'd get it. Quadricep, hip flexor, stretch, breathe, surrender, let go. And take the right knee out to the right. Let the left foot fall to the floor. Opposite set, stretch. Take your hands and hold on to your ankle for support. Look over the left shoulder. Make sure that both shoulders are on the ground. you'll do this round of, we can do some deeper stretches, twists in the next round. So now, you get to do the other side. Starting this. Knees are touching, feet are outside of your hips. Breathe in constructive rest. Your left ankle on your right knee. And wait a second, that's right. Sorry, right ankle on your left knee. Let both your legs fall out to the right. If you need to heel toe your left foot back, you can do that. Excuse me. Take your knees over to the left, right foot, come to the floor. Your left hand can hold on to your right ankle, you can look over your right shoulder. And release. Left foot on the floor, right ankle can stay right on the left foot. Bring your right knee out to the right, just to the wall in front of it, and feel the trochanter drop into its socket. Clasp underneath the left leg and bring the leg towards your body. Breathe. You can rotate your ankles, both of your ankles here. This might be exactly where you want to stay in reclined pigeon. Wonderful hip stretch. If you want to go deeper into the hips and maybe take an inversion on the way, I love the inverted pigeon. You just straighten the left leg. Stay here if you want, or you can press against the ground and lift your hips up at the same time. Walk your hands up your back. And then bring your left leg towards your face. And breathe. Take the left leg a little bit closer to your thigh, your hip, and then you can hold both legs behind you or not. Roll out of this if you need to. I'm getting a strange sensation in my right hip. So I'm just going to give it a little love, hip flexor love here. Left leg comes up over the head if you're into that. And then roll down, one vertebra at a time. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Make circles with your knees. Massaging out the sacrum. Take the other side in pigeon. So left foot over your right knee. Press the left knee towards the wall. It's facing in front of you. Breathe. Hold onto the right leg. Bring your legs into your chest. Or to the degree where you're comfortable breathing. Never sacrifice the pose for the breath. Never sacrifice the breath for the pose. Because that's not yoga, that's just something else. Yoga's about the breath. And straighten the right leg if you want to. You can stay in that pigeon, recline pigeon, perfectly fine. Push the floor away from you. Hold on to the back of the right leg and reclined. Pigeon. Inverted pigeon, I should say, because reclined pigeon is kind of pigeon lying down forward and not backwards. This is an inversion because your hips are over your head. Breathe. And release that slowly. Excellent. Get you to your chest. Maybe your knees are wide apart this time and make wider circles with your knees. Another way. Now we do this reclined cobbler pose. So feet are together, knees are spread out. You can take the block under each knee. Okay, now heel to your feet outside, side edges of the mat, bring your knees together, constructive rest. I would like to do one more back bend, maybe a couple more inverted poses before we close. But this has been a full practice. If you want to close now and just rest in Shavasana, if you don't feel you need any of the deeper back bending or inverted poses, feel free to just stay right here. If you want more, follow me. I'm going to take the block on its highest level and place it under my sacrum. You can start with the legs bent here if you like. Straighten the legs. Breathe. Walk your shoulders kind of towards each other under the mat. About 5 breaths. Take the right knee, bend the knee, hold on to the, left knee
left foot, place the left foot, the top of the left foot down, up near the block, and breathe into the right hip flexor, left hip flexor, heart opening. Oh, 3 more breaths. And release the left leg forward and bend the right leg. You can hold onto the block for stability. Take the top of the right foot on the ground by your hip. Breathing into your flexors. Maybe it might make it easier if you bend the left knee with the left foot on the ground. Though I don't like the way that feels in my lower back, so I'm going to keep it straight. You know, you have to do you here and breathe. 1 more breath. Now leave the right foot where it is and take the left leg and bend it, and the top of the left foot goes on the mat. About 6 more breaths, unless you want to stay longer. If you're good here, you want to put the feet on the mat, lift your hips up, release the block, curl down 1 vertebra at a time. Slowly put the block to the side, release the knees together in constructive rest. This might be a good place to pause, or just ignore me for the rest of the class. Go completely. If you want to stay for the final inversions, press into the ground, bring your feet to the ceiling. It's a nice place to stay. Viparita Dandasana, or waterfall pose. Well, tons of restorative benefits. If you want to go further into the shoulder stand, you're going to press the ground and lift your hips at the same time. Walk your hands up, your back. Chin is away from your chest. Legs are reaching towards each other. Toes are spread. Ball of your both foot touching. And hips are coming forward. Core is engaged. Ten breaths. This is the queen of all asanas. And Hatha Yoga. And feet come over your head. You can wrap your knees around your head for embryo in the womb pose, Ujjayi-Pitasana. Forearms can come over your calf muscles. Release your knees and straighten your legs. Very, very slowly roll out of this vertebra, 1 vertebra at a time. Very slowly feel the back open. I really like to take my forward bends right here. So if you don't like this pose for forward bends, forward folds, take your forward fold sitting up. It's just, I like it like this because I feel like I can feel and release from my heels to my head, just like in the regular forward fold. The same stretch, but this inverted quality makes it a little bit floaty. Makes it a little bit altering the brain, alters the brain. Pull the legs closer to your body each time. Bring your hips closer to the floor with time. And slowly roll out. Feet to the ceiling. Core is engaged. Use your core all the way to the floor. Core is engaged. Exhaling, exhale all the way down. And then just flop open. Legs flop open. Hands flop open. Heart is open. Let go completely. Become out of control. Hands off your head, put your feet away from your fingers, point your toes, flex your toes. And roll over to your side if you're ready. If you're not, just stay where you are. Longer Shavasana, the better. And move to your seated pose. Slowly when you're ready. Your head a little bit towards the wall behind you.
Thank you so much for joining me in practice. May you be joyful, may you be radiant, may you be peaceful. May you be grateful, may you be blessed, because that's what you're meant to be. So let's take this peace we found in this practice and bring it outside to everyone we come in contact with today. May your day unfold with grace. Don't forget to like and subscribe.